Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Nature's People. Today's topic is why is the Gen Z generation having a high share of people that are giving up completely on dating and relationships? Here in this topic, I'll be more specific to say that I'm specifically talking about men. And one of the things that we've noticed is that among the newer generations, the share of people who identify as non-binary has skyrocketed since the 1950s from a mere 8% to today's 30%. And also we have an unparalleled and never seen before amount of single youth that are not engaged in any sort of relationships, be friends, be couples or whatever. So today I'm going to specify and talk about what is it that is happening with our generation and why is it that things are trending this way. All right, first and foremost, I'll say that a really alarming situation is that society seems to be going downhill. Most for the fact that we have three factors here that are contributing for that, and mainly speaking, the biological ones are not really well understood. But I've mentioned in the previous video talking about the drop in sperm counts. So the testosterone, the amount of sperms that men produce today are not the same as they were produced before. Just for you to just to give you an insight, in the 1950s, when the food was organic and all that thing, everything was sort of smooth. We had 110 million sperms per deciliter, but today's less than 44 million. So it's below the half, worldwide. So that's one of the factors. Second factor is that with the rise of social media, there are a lot of there are a lot of extreme groups that are heightened. The groups that don't identify as man or as male or female, or they identify as something else. I don't want to specify on that. I don't want to talk into that. My videos mainly talking about why is it that males are segregating themselves. And thirdly, I want to talk about men's perspective on growth, economic prosperity, and integration in society. All right, getting right into it. One of the things that I've noticed recently is that we as individuals, especially young males, young adults, we don't have the previous tendency that our parents had, that they had to go to work, they had to physically go to work. There wasn't such a thing in the 1950s called online job, like you'd stay at home and remotely work. Now you have to get into your car. Before you had to get into your car, you had to interact with the people in traffic, you had to fuel your car, put your gas on, have a stop by, you have subtle interactions, and that's essential for our human nature. However, in today's day, things seem to not be the same, because with the rise of internet and free money, someone could be at home having a YouTube channel that is producing good content, is generating him a lot of money. What he does, he buys food online. The food comes into his table. I'm not going to be offensive to anybody, but I think the brain really, when it comes to relationship and perspective, partner and recreation, it has pruning as far as experiences go. Like, you meet someone, you had a breakup, you try again, you heal from that. It's a process. It's not a one-way thing. And internet would never give your person a physical experience. And also, one of the things is that with adult content, people are able to see. They say there's this quote that says an average man in today's date is able to see far way more women than the man that had the longest life on earth. Say, we could talk about maybe Noah, who built an ark. They say he built an ark for 100 years. So in 100 years, Noah didn't see as many women that were undressed as much as a man can see in his room and closed up. So imagine the processes that are involving that. It's really interesting. And one more thing that I have to mention also is that with the quality of life, the quality of education, the quality of foods that we're consuming, the quality of the standards of living has risen so much high that it seems that people are only concerned about an economic pathway, the structure, especially in North America. People are not concerned about having a personal development. I personally think that has to do with past experiences. For instance, let's say you're an immigrant that grew up somewhere in Siberia or maybe in Fiji. You had all these personal experiences. You lived with different people. You did this and that and this and that. And this is an interesting fact. I mean, for people who travel from developed countries, Western countries, to less developed countries, and also from people who travel from developing countries to developed countries, there is a very, very, very strong and profound cultural shock that it's always going through on one direction. It's always the person coming from the third world or from the developing country not able to adjust to the developed country. However, people from developed countries, whenever they go to developing countries, they easily adjust. Why is that? Because it is the primary, I would say, the life is in its primordial and primitive way in developing countries, wherein we used to socialize, engage, live together, live in social things. Now people are diverging from that, and that's the thing that I think many men, looking at all the factors combined with a major factor that I'm going to explain right now, which is the fact that lately women have really exacerbated the fact that not all women, certain women, the pathways, women always, one of the things I like about women, I would really cherish, is that they always keep the pathways to engagement, to companionship structured and well safeguarded. What do I mean by that? Even though there's a rise in online dating, easy life, people having everything easy, it's always a process to convince a woman to become your partner and to share aspect with you. I'm not saying most men wished it would be otherwise, but some men wished it would be otherwise. They wish to sit in a room, relax, and then get on Tinder, have a date, go meet. Women are very, very conservative as far as choosing a partner, a potential partner. That's why you'd see that there's a survey out there that says 85%, between 85% and 92% of all the long-lasting dating relationships are for people that met at work, at a social event. They met physically. Why is that? It's because a woman value, they will examine your personality, you'll examine your health, your mental state presently. They don't want to meet you online and then have all these cascade effects of a person that doesn't suit her. So one of the things, maybe an advice I would give, I'm not a guru, I'm also in the struggle. One of the advice I'd rather give is that maybe we should go more outside as a man. We should try, cross that, break that those social boundaries, and be more free, more relaxed, and more happy. Thank you for watching, guys. Better content is coming, and I hope to see you in the next one. Share, like, and subscribe. Bye for now.